Good morning, possibilitors, possibilitiers, possibilitors. Well, that's an interesting way to start a video. I'm gonna have to think about that. I like to call people blue rosers. So, hello, blue rosers. I wanted to pop on here because, I'm a closet woo, and I kind of dip my toes in the spiritual world. Now, for those of you that don't know, and probably a lot of you don't know, is I'm actually a shaman. I went to shaman school, graduated, got my shaman, I don't know what you would call it, not a degree, I guess my certificate. I'm very entrenched in it, but because of my day job, I kind of stepped back from it. And if you follow me for a long time, you see me go forward, step back, go forward, step back. And it's very frustrating. So over the weekend, I sat down, I said, okay, God, we need to talk. We need to really have a one-on-one here. I do my affirmations, and we'll talk about affirmations in another video. I say my prayers every morning. I say my prayers every night. I'm a raised Catholic, but not practicing for obvious reasons. But so I was like, what am I supposed to do? What am I being called to do? Because I just can't figure it out. And I sat there for a while, and at first I got the, you know exactly what to do, which is true. I mean, we all know what to do. There's no big dilemma in what you do. The problem is that we don't want to admit it. We don't want to step into it. We all are called to do something. And I see so many clients, especially my VIPers, that, they spend so much money getting their degrees, and I'm one of them. I spent a lot of money getting my degrees. You get their degrees, and then they sit back and they say, but I don't really want to do that. I want to do this, or I want to do that. And we follow that natural trajectory, but it doesn't fulfill us. But when you're sitting home at night alone, the house is dark, maybe you have your Christmas lights on. If it was up to me, by the way, I would have Christmas lights up year round. My husband doesn't quite support that, probably because he has to tap the brakes a lot of times on my inner crazy, so he doesn't support that. But you sit around, Christmas tree, cup of nice hot tea with some honey in it, and just ask, what am I called to do? Because you will get an answer. And I knew what the answer was, because I've asked this question before. So we kind of went back and forth chatting, and finally I said, the thing that drives me the most craziest, this is a long conversation with God, is I can't stand the negativity. I can't stand what we're becoming. I'm a very positive person, and it just bothers me. And basically the answer was, at some point you're going to step into who you're meant to be. Now, do you want to do it when you're 90, or do you want to do it now? Because you should have done it when you're in your 40s. Although that's me paraphrasing, because you do things exactly when you're supposed to do it. Don't have regret and think, man, if I would have started, I was listening to a podcast today about this chick who's on Twitter, and she started on Twitter when Twitter first started and taught Shaquille O'Neal how to tweet and all that. And I thought, man, I was there, I could have done that stuff. And I thought, but Karen, don't regret, because what's the point? And I'm still not really on Twitter, because I get it, but so anyway, one of the messages I got is you really got to step into your spiritual side. You really have to start helping people learn how to seriously do this, how to call your spirit guides in, because they'll help you. Anytime I'm in a pickle, I call my spirit guides, or I'll sit and I'll call Zeus and say, Zeus, we really need to talk. I need some of your strength. Athena, I need your strength, because when I see Athena, I see this tall, powerful woman with these two big, huge, black Great Danes with that look on her face of, don't mess with me. And when I need a more softer side, I call on Ariel and ask her to help me. And sometimes I call the whole team and say, let's go. And that's one of my gifts, is I see people's spirit animals. If I sit down and think about it for a second, it pops in. Now, my shamanic teacher, my elder, she didn't have that gift, and she would marvel over it, because she'd go through all this stuff that she has to do, and she taught me all this stuff. And I'd be like, but I don't know why I have to do that unless it's for show. I get that if it's for show, but otherwise I can look over and say squirrel and got it. And she's like, it's your gift. Spiritual stuff comes naturally to me. And her and I had long discussions, because it came as natural to her as she would allow. And that was what she would always tell me, Karen, it'll come as natural to you as you allow. And you allow a lot, but then when you get to a point, you stop it. So this is the long, meandering way of saying, everybody's called to something. And now's the time to step up into what you're called to do. Now's the time to quit pussyfooting around. We've had a treacherous 2020. we've reflected, we've done all that. We've all had bad years. You all know I've talked about 2018, 2019, and 2020 sucked for me because I wasn't paying attention to me. I was so entrenched in my day job that I was missing the signs. And if you keep missing the signs, the universe is going to say, enough. We're going to force you to look at these signs. And if you continue to miss them, then bad outcomes happen. And I was starting to run into bad outcomes. And I don't usually have a lot of bad outcomes. So it was like, okay, I'm missing a message here. When I started this group, I started it to be much more spiritual. And you see me kind of bouncing around on it because at the end of the day, everything is possible. Everything. Whatever you want to accomplish is possible. And I know some of you guys are out there say, well, I want to be a rock and roll star and I can't sing. Really, neither can Stevie Nicks. I mean, when you listen to Stevie Nicks, it's kind of like, but she's with Fleetwood Mac and the lead singer. If you find the right band, you got the right voice. I've had other people say, well, I really want to be an artist, but I can't draw. Because that's your attitude, you can't draw. I always tell people I don't have that artistic gift to do crocheting and cross stitch. It doesn't mean that I can't do it. My whole family does it. My mother and my sister, they're all big crocheters and cross stitchers and knitters, and I do know how to knit. And I watched them and they taught me, and I was just like, I don't want to do it. It's not that I can't do it, I just don't want to do it. It just looked boring to me. So sometimes, I say I can't paint and I can't draw. First of all, I have trouble painting within the lines because I find that very restrictive, which is kind of like the theme for my life. I can't stay in the lines. But I just don't want to paint right now. I've written books. I want to write. So whatever you want to do, do it. And if you find out you can't do it, it's either you're not choosing to do it or you don't want to put the time into it to do it. Because sometimes our can'ts are just our way of saying, I don't want to. It's just not my jam. So this long way of saying, I am going to lean more spiritual. We are going to start talking about spirit guides. I asked the guys yesterday, I'm shocked how many of you guys don't do affirmations. Affirmations are the key to the universe. Prayers are the keys to the universe. And I don't care who you pray to. You can pray to God. You can pray to the thermostat on the wall. Because to me, spirituality is spirituality. And the universe, through energy, through electricity of natural kind, is moving everything around at the end of the day. And when you really sit down and you think about it, it's fascinating. And when you wonder why do some people have it all and others have nothing, it's all belief system. It really, I hate to make it that easy because I've struggled like everybody else. It's a belief system. Do you believe you can do it or you can't? I know what I'm called to do, but for a long time I didn't believe I could do it. For a long time I was like, you know what, I'll stay in my day job. I got that. I can do that. And it was like, well, your day job's a precursor to take you to the next level. But you got to go, not leave my job, but you got to get moving. You've got to embrace the other parts that you're ignoring. So when you're called, answer your call. If you're not sure what you're called to, let's talk. Write it in the questions below. Do whatever to just discuss it. Because you do have a mission on this planet, and it's big. It's bigger than you can imagine, and that's probably what scares you. But we're gonna get there together, all of us. If you're a part of this group, we're going to get to our greatness together. So I hope this helped you guys. We'll be talking more and more about spirituality, especially affirmations. But I just had to jump on and say this, and I meant this to be a really quick video, and I don't know how long I've been talking, but longer than I meant it to be. So I'll talk to you guys later. We'll start seeing more videos over here. I'm doing a workshop on Saturday, this coming Saturday, on becoming the most powerful you. Even if you're successful, I cut out, take control of your life. Because I find successful women are the ones that hesitate the most. Because when you become successful, you start touching on a whole nother belief set. New level, new devil. But we're going to talk about all that Saturday. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day. Here's igniting your possibilities and finding your blue rose.